At the beginning of the journey, my main challenge, I would say, I would start with the challenge. My main challenge was that I knew that I'm eating fast, and I knew that I don't feel completely comfortable with my food habits. I have some good habits, and I knew that I have some bad habits, especially when it comes to overeating and also eating sweets. And stress eating. I'm a stress eater, so I just ground myself with food. So that was my main challenge. That's how I started in the beginning. The expectation was to learn to be more mindful in the way I eat and how I eat, but with ease, because I've tried diets in the past, and it works. The willpower works for some short period, but I wanted something sustainable, something that I could, have a long-term impact, and something that can serve me for life, not just for that few months that we were together. So that was my expectation. Mm-hmm. And as a nice add-on, I was expecting to lose a few kilos. That was like not a must, but that was something that I hoped for. The journey was, I would say, in a way, life-changing, because for me, the first habit that we developed was eating slow. And that's something that really opened a new world for me. So just that habit, if I only would, just implement that habit, that would be already life-changing. So I started to eat more slow. I started to enjoy food much more. So I really took it as my personal meditation or my personal mindful moment of the day, eating. And I started to look at food as something that is more than just fueling me for energy, but also something that can give me a real pleasure by eating slow, not by eating necessarily something tasty, but also by eating slow. And then of course more habits unfolded, and we added like 11 more habits, 12 habits in total. But for me, still eating slow, intermittent fasting sort of that we had, so having clean times, meaning without food, that gave me lots of lightness in the body, and also I started to be less dependent on food, and sensing the body better when it is satisfied. That also was a great achievement, a great discovery for me. And of course, all the very useful knowledge around protein, carbohydrates, and fats. So now I feel like I have the tools, like the levers, that I can press, the buttons that I can press if I feel like, okay, I want to improve my, the way I look, the way I feel in my body. I can just, eat more protein and then eat less sweet. So it doesn't feel static. Now I have these tools that I can apply every day whenever I feel like. I'm very happy with the results. I would say I came to the program with expectations, but I was not attached to the expectations. But I think for me personally, in some way they exceeded the expectation. On external side, externally what other people noticed, they noticed that I lost weight, but in a way that I still look very healthy, and I look very fit. I kind of didn't do much. I didn't do specifically much to gain more muscles, but I did gain more muscles through the program. So that was always nice to receive compliments, about the way I look. And it's not like I lost 10 kilos. I lost around 6 kilos, and that made a big difference. But on inside, I think that's the more important transformation is I now have this holistic approach on handling my food habits. I kind of discovered my own magic path with all the knowledge that I received, with all the experiments that we had. I now know that there is no one recipe that fits everyone. There is no one diet that fits everyone. There is just something that fits me specifically. And I know that, for example, for me, eating slow works, intermittent fasting between, the meals works. Being more accurate in kind of how much carbs I eat, it works. I know that if I don't sleep I need to sleep enough in order not to feel hungry. So this is my personal kind of program. Yeah, so that's kind of, that's very important. And something else I wanted to share, like right after the program, a few weeks after, I got sick, I got COVID, and it really, kind of triggered my digestive system. It was not so happy. So now I still experience consequences. I gained 1 kilo, but I know that, I'm like, again, back on track and, involving all the good habits that I learned. I'm not stressing that, oh my God, I gained 1 kilo. How will I do it? I know that I have a very solid foundation, and I can, get back to the way I felt and the way I looked before I got sick. So it gives a lot of peace of mind knowing that I can handle it. I can get back to my perfect, shape or look, but more importantly, the way I feel in my body. I think for me, that's more important. I feel more flexible. And I think that has to do with losing weight or losing, water, or improving my digestion. So I feel much more flexible. And also for me, the habit of eating slow is something that as a mindfulness teacher or as a yoga teacher is also very important, that I knew about it before. It's even one of the mindfulness practices in all mindfulness courses that you would ever attend, but I never really practice it myself. And now I feel that since I practice it myself now, I can really teach it to others. So it gives me this kind of confidence that since I preach it, myself, since I follow it, I can also preach it to others.